Item hash SCP-3978. Object Class Safe Neutralized. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-3978 resides in a standard humanoid containment cell at site. To prevent further self-injury, it has been restrained to a bed and requires feeding by hand. Medical equipment for rapid sedation and the provision of intravenous nutrition is to be utilized if SCP-3978 shows signs of food refusal. Access to SCP-3978's containment chamber is restricted to personnel with Foundation Intelligence Agency clearance. A regimen of antipsychotics is administered to SCP-3978 on a daily basis. With the further refinement of protocol be taken, psychotropic medications should only be administered as per this protocol or when urgent sedation is required. SCP-3978 is to be monitored by electroencephalography at all times and connected to IV infusion pumps, with other protocol be taken equipment to be used when information is required. All output from SCP-3978, whether verbal, written, gestural, or gathered by protocol be taken, should be logged and forwarded to the Intelligence Agency, marked for review by ORIA and GRU Division P surveillance teams. Staff assigned to SCP-3978 should receive an agency briefing and be prepared to accommodate specific requests from agency staff with the appropriate clearances. Description: SCP-3978 is an anomalous male human of Azeri descent, approximately 50 years of age. It has all its sensory inputs: visual, tactile, auditory, olfactory and gustatory, as well as other sensory modalities, replaced by those being experienced by another individual designated SCP-3978-1. Initially, SCP-3978-1 was Mehdi Bazargan, former head of the ORIA. After Chairman Bazargan's death in 1995, SCP-3978-1 became Mohammed Khatami, later succeeded by Data Expunged. The current SCP-3978-1 SCP-3978 is unable to perceive any stimuli in its local environment, and therefore spends much of its time attempting to respond to stimuli perceived by SCP-3978-1. Prior to the permanent restraint of SCP-3978, this resulted in numerous falls and collisions, frequently resulting in accidental injuries due to lack of an appropriate pain stimulus. SCP-3978 has a degree of awareness of its condition, and frequently gives verbal or written summaries one of SCP-3978-1's activities, which have been steadily declining in coherence and quality. At other times, it reports distress at its current situation, and makes references to its identity as Nazar Bayramov, and various aspects of its life prior to obtaining its anomalous properties too. Given SCP-3978's properties, no communication with SCP-3978 has been achieved. There is no evidence that SCP-3978-1 is aware of the existence of SCP-3978, and information security therefore precludes communication with SCP-3978 via SCP-3978-1. SCP-3978 was recovered from a GRU Division P facility in the Azerbaijan SSR in 1992. Associated documents indicated that it was engineered by the GRU, including the deliberate targeting of Chairman Bazargan as SCP-3978-1. The GRU were in the early stages of developing procedures for direct information retrieval from SCP-3978 using functional neuroimaging and electroencephalography. Having noted the ongoing decline in SCP-3978's mental state and the quality of intelligence obtained from it, with advances in medical technology and the use of SCP, the Foundation has refined these into protocol betaken, allowing reasonable approximations of SCP-3978's visual and auditory experiences to be obtained directly in a digital format. As a result, efforts towards improving SCP-3978's mental stability have been redirected towards maintaining its physical health. GRU sources are to be monitored for evidence of any planned actions with regards to SCP-3978. Addendum 3978-2. Proposal for termination on humanitarian grounds. Data expunged. Ethics Committee Decision 3978.6. Proposal declined. 1 in favor, 3 against, 1 abstaining. While the distress faced by SCP-3978 in its situation is regrettable, the opinion of this committee is that it does not significantly exceed the distress faced by other anomalies in containment relating to either their innate properties or their containment situation. With a number of well-established precedents, and formalized in the most recent ethical humanoid containment recommendations, this is not in itself grounds for euthanasia. Adding weight to this is the value of intelligence gained from SCP-3978, which cannot be elaborated on in the open text of this decision but has been witnessed by the committee and was considered to justify the continued use of protocol betaken. The committee noted that procedures performed on SCP-3978 cause it no discomfort due to its anomalous properties, and due to the privileged position SCP-3978-1 has in the Area hierarchy and general society. SCP-3978 has many pleasant sensations and experiences. The dissenting vote in favor of termination cited the possibility of obtaining information from SCP-3978-1 by other means, and the imperfect nature of reports obtained from SCP-3978. As the proposal has been declined, a request by the intelligence agency to remove its specifics was approved. Information was gathered from agency staff relevant to this decision. The final decision was based entirely on the opinions of the members of the committee, with no external influence. For the full text of this decision, please submit an application in writing to the committee office. Committee Chair Dr. L.A. Rawlinson. 10/05/2016. Addendum 3978-3. On 18/11/2017 at 0220 hours, SCP-3978 was found deceased in its cell, and has been reclassified as neutralized. An autopsy found the cause of death being a lethal dose of intravenous anesthetics, possibly administered remotely via equipment routinely attached to SCP-3978. For a period of 4 hours prior to this event, security footage in the containment wing of site was missing. The working hypothesis of the security department is the culprit being an Ori infiltrator, with GRU Division P involvement being unable to be entirely ruled out. After investigation, no ties between these GOI and any staff on duty were found. The intelligence agency is cooperating with the security department in attempting to identify any knowledge of a possible assassination operation within these groups. Addendum 3978-4. The intelligence agency has identified a file received at the Eoria's Tehran office email address containing details of SCP-3978. A response to the Eoria in this matter is being determined in collaboration with the Department of External Affairs. The sending date and exact source of the file is yet to be determined. Examination of the metadata found data expunged.